Today, Lil Baby wrote, "I don't care about nothing else other than Durk right now. Free the bro." Which is his reaction to the news of words from Durk's father have Durk being released on a bond. With this being his third attempt, his lawyers made an offer so great the judge can't refuse it.
Just left the courtroom for the bond hearing for my son, for the least for the third time. This time it was very fair. The judge was very fair. He wasn't pro-prosecutor, he wasn't pro-defense, but he was pro-justice. So he listened to all the evidence, and he's gonna give a ruling in the next few days about what his position is for the bond. But we were very pleased at how it turned out. So continue, family, friends, and fans, continue to keep us in your prayers, and we thank you. And inshallah, God willing, this be victorious for it, that we have a good ruling in our favor.
As prosecutors dropped the evidence against Durk, it opened the way for his release date. The news outlets quickly reported on it, marking a stunning turn in the case. Today, Lil Durk's court hearing had the prosecutors telling the judge they are willingly throwing away evidence against Durk while reading it out loud during his court hearing in front of everyone. I wonder how this will affect the rest of his bond hearing. Now, the lyrics they dropped revealed a chilling message, saying they had an attitude, they had a location. Then came the haunting scene, as the news showed Quando Rondo screaming, "No! No! No!" captured live in the actual report.
Now the search is on for 3 people who police say at a Savannah rapper, a member of his entourage. It happened in Los Angeles, and cameras captured the aftermath.
This man, a passenger in that car, frantic at the sight.
It is indeed a major turn that they are dropping this evidence. Yet before removing it, they displayed everything in front of the entire courtroom, including the judge, who now carries that image in his mind while deciding on Durk's release. Even Charleston White could not stay silent and had his own reaction.
This is a real victory. Now that demonic force was a dark force. It was a dark energy. I think we now finally get to put that fire out. I don't think we'll hear drill music ever again. I don't think drill rappers would ever be celebrated ever again. Down goes the drill. So this is a victory for law-abiding Americans who like hip-hop music but don't like the killing part of it.
While Charleston openly opposes the idea of Lil Durk being released, Durk's lawyer, Drew Findling, stepped forward to reveal the release date, laying out how the prosecutors had destroyed their own case.
The other allegation they backed away from, which is huge, it shows the weakening of the case. Previously, the prosecution had alleged that Durk paid the bounty for through one of his co-defendants, and they named the co-defendant. Now they've backed off that allegation. They're not actually saying that Durk paid the bounty through the co-defendant or anyone else. And the fact that they're not saying that suggests that previously they thought they were going to be able to prove that he paid the bounty through this guy, and now they know we're not going to be able to prove that he paid the bounty through this guy.
He pointed out that the case is collapsing for the prosecutors, who can no longer use lyrics against him. That's when Durk's lawyer stepped in, calling the charges nothing but a joke, saying the only evidence they ever had were lyrics, and now even those have been abandoned.
The case is as follows. So there was an indictment that did not name him, right? It named others, and then there was an unindicted person. And then 3 weeks later, that indictment was what's called the first superseding indictment, and it does name him. The indictment was identical, except the unnamed person now became Durk Banks. And this is the really important part, Ak. The second indictment, what's called the first superseding indictment, only had one new fact. It had one new fact, and that was it alleged that there was a video by Durk that celebrated and monetized this.
While the judge takes a few days to decide on Durk's release, tragedy struck Lil Durk. And here's where it gets serious. An announcement was made. Reports reveal rapper Lil Durk was attacked in his cell block earlier this morning at the LA County Jail. Conditions of the rapper's health is not public. However, a change of jails is now likely. This shocking turn led Kanye West himself to reach out, calling Durk to make sure he was all right.
Yeah, man, how you feeling?
And I'm feeling good. Just taking a day at a time, just chilling and staying focused for real.
I love the time we
from a federal prison.
I love the time we spent in Saudi, man. That was great.
Hey, look, that's all I'm talking about here. The people here, they get their time, and they ain't never experienced the world. So I be telling them stories, and they be on 20.
Wow. Yeah, man. Man, you know, I just got off the phone with Puff. I talked to him for the first time 5 minutes ago. 5 minutes when you called me, yeah.
Rumors quickly spread online about what really happened to Lil Durk, but fans picked up on something unusual. Quando Rondo and Lil Tim both did separate interviews, yet delivered the exact same message. Strangely, they were released on the very same day, and those interviews dropped the same day tragedy struck Durk. While some dismiss it as coincidence, others see it as a calculated move to keep the feds from digging deeper into whether they had a hand in a hit on Lil Durk. Here's what Lil Tim revealed.
Oh, like, shit, I was just protecting my little brother.
When you did finally find out that it was King Von who did it, how'd you feel?
I was like, damn, if Brian did that stupid shit last night, he still would have been alive. That's how I was. But I was like, yeah, I ain't no the type person I am. Like, I'm a humble person. I ain't no disrespect to like his mama saying shit like that, because I could easily get on that type of stuff and be clout chasing type. Like, I ain't on that type. I'm a humble person, but it's like they ain't never popped that shit off. That would have never happened like that.
Quando Rondo echoed the same words, saying he only wished it had all been handled differently.
Whoever on my side, they got kids and a mama that 100% love them. And at the end of the day, bro, all this bull that we talking about is stupid. That could have been handled a totally different way. It could have been handled to the point where a song and $3-4 million could have came out or whatever. Like that could have got handled in a legit way, in a music way.
He appeared friendly in the interview while speaking about Lil Durk, but the reality is clear. If given the chance, these men would go after Durk without hesitation for what happened to their brother, Lil Pab. Durk's lawyers raised this point inside the courtroom, hoping it would strengthen their case for house arrest. And just days later, the judge prepared to make his ruling. Lil Durk was then seen walking into the courtroom as the headlines began to break. The feds say Lil Durk would need to go completely broke and give up all of his property to be granted a bond. They fear that he might use his fortune to place bounties on witnesses.
No bond for Lil Durk. Let me tell you about what options he has left and why the bond was denied this time. Now, he's in federal court on a murder for hire charge where he faces the possibility of life in prison. What that means is under the federal law, it is presumed that you do not get a bond because the charge and the penalty are so serious. So your lawyer has to go out there and show why you should get a bond. Now, ultimately, what the district judge decided to deny the bond on was a couple of factors. There's a couple $1 million being put up, but it's not all being put up by Durk. Some of it is from the label. And ultimately, Durk has a lot more money and assets than what's being put up. So if I let him out on bond and he tries to flee, he's going to have tons of assets and money at his disposal.
This then resulted in a viral tweet that reads, "If you think Durk was denied a bond because he's so rich, then you know nothing about the case." D's brother literally just snitched on all the F, and instead of making it public, they're hiding it to catch Durk's lawyers by surprise. This finally answers why prosecutors dropped the lyrical evidence against Durk. They replaced it with fresh testimony from D's younger brother. I reviewed the evidence files myself, and what I found is deeply concerning. In fact, it was so troubling that it was officially documented in writing. The new Ted body cam footage of him begging to snitch against Durk and F members have changed the case. Durk's lawyers submitted paperwork for an extended time on their bond proposal. Lil Ted, also known as D's younger brother, is considered Durk's right-hand man. Whenever Durk needs something handled in the streets, he turns to DDD. But everything changed when Lil Ted was picked up by police at a local convenience store, caught with a firearm tucked in his jeans pocket. He was arrested on the spot.
Really? Dude had a. What about that? A man had a with an extended clip. That's cool though, right?
At that moment, Ted was taken straight to the police station. But before even stepping inside, he broke down in tears. In desperation, he turned to the officer and said, I quote, "I swear I'll tell y'all about the passings," hoping it would spare him from jail, but by then, it was already too late.
Come on. Hey, stop it. Stop it.
I tell you about the money, I swear to God, I tell you about the money, it's my son, I tell you about everything, I swear to God, I tell you, I will tell you, please, I swear, please.
Once placed in the holding cell, Lil Ted was seen crying uncontrollably, desperate to spill everything, naming every team member he knew had committed serious crimes. just for a chance to get out of jail.
Wait, hold on. You gotta relax for me, because I can't understand. Relax. What's the number? 7 what you saying, man?
We're gonna see what we can do for you, all right?
We're gonna see what we can do for you. You gotta relax for me.
Relax, man. I'm gonna get a bus to prison. Relax.
Give me no, I'm saying, what you talking about? I'm trying to get that.
But here's where things get really interesting. Lil Ted shares the same last name as his older brother DDD. When court paperwork mentioned someone snitching with that last name, the internet immediately assumed it was DDG. The frenzy online reached a peak since DDG is Lil Durk's best friend, forcing OTF Bew to jump on Instagram Live to set the record straight.
No motherfucker know what's going on, but them people that's in them courtrooms, man. For real. Them be false accusations. Y'all don't even know what the be going on, for real. Y'all really be trying to play Inspector Gadget and all this. Y'all just be weird as hell. That's what I be talking about, man. Like, first y'all that threw the jams rumors out there. Now y'all talking about Vonnie a snitch, gang. A snitch on what? Y'all don't even really know what's going on, for real. On my kids, y'all really just be running. And that's why I don't participate in nothing that got to do with nothing illegal. Because of you motherfuckers, y'all be trying to get them put under the jail.
At this point, fans began digging through the court paperwork themselves. Even DJ Academics weighed in on Vonnie's alleged snitching, which only fueled the confusion further.
When you see Flacco post something, you almost gotta be like, look at this headline. Lil Durk found out his co-defendant OTF Vonnie, King Von cousin, filed for protective custody when they came to court. Okay. That sounds so crazy. This is why we have streams like this. This is, I'm not gonna get on anybody or anything like that, and I'm not gonna ever say that I haven't, maybe jumped maybe once in a while, but I definitely do aim to be correct, and I never try to be incorrect out of malice, right? This is why we love to bring up the paperwork and try to explain it, and also increase everyone's knowledge on stuff, because a lot of times these days the headline is way better than the story.
Despite everything, Lil Durk still holds one final chance at being released from jail. DJ Academics asked Durk's lawyer whether he would consider a plea deal. Drew Finling's response was firm. No, we're going all the way.
Likelihood of a plea. I think a lot of people have seen, like, this seems like it's a do or die thing. This is kind of like it's going to be like a 1 or 0 type of situation. You're either are or you're not. Is Durk, from your understanding, or you as a lawyer right now, as his criminal attorney, are you open to possible conversations about plea deals? Are you thinking, no, we're going all the way? Would you entertain it, just entertain it, because that's your job to listen to it and maybe present it to Durk, or that's just off the table?
It's a conspiracy commitment case. It's an all or nothing case, and he did not participate in a conspiracy to commit. And so there is no alternative. It's a life sentence, potential life sentence. So this case is going to go to 12 people.
They're going all the way for one key reason. Durk's lawyers have been holding this strategy close, aiming to win the case by arguing that everything Durkee does online and in his music is an exercise of his First Amendment rights.
First Amendment argument here, right? That this violates the First Amendment. Can you talk about that?
Right, for sure. I mean, I'm expressing myself. I can say the things that I want to say in a rap record or any kind of record. And you could go back and there's country records and there are pop records and there are R&B records that talk about all kinds of things. It's just that there's this notion that with hip hop, quote, glorifying violence, that suddenly now we're going to use these things to prosecute them. But does that mean that the free speech, the First Amendment has gone away? No, absolutely not. He can absolutely rap about what he wants to rap about. And that doesn't mean just because the story is bad.
But a major problem arose when Drew Finling made this statement during a public interview. It prompted the prosecutors to craft a counter-defense, and the chain of events all began the moment it was announced. Durk's day, one homie. Gleese passed away last night in Chicago. This resulted in a viral comment reading, "Has anyone heard from Jam after he snitched on Durk?" Several F members are gone, but low-key, he's been gone for months. This all unfolded after he was exposed as a snitch on DJ Vlad's show.
There's a guy named OTF Jam.
That was wired.
Very ironic name.
Jam got him
put
in
everyone
a
in the jam.
Did 12 years.
12
got
years.
out, interviewed, said he kept it real, brought him cars, gave him 50,000.
Right.
This. Made mention that ain't no smut on his name. He ain't never been a rat. Caught a gun case. but eventually he flipped.
Shortly after he was exposed as a snitch, it was officially announced. Jam found by F members hiding out in a crib outside of Atlanta. Sources claim Jam was dealt a punishment for snitching on F owner Lil Durk, alongside a photo. Of a crime scene outside the house where Jam was staying, who hasn't been heard from since, came the shocking details. What could truly jeopardize Lil Durk in the trial is the information Jam provided to the police. Here's what it reads. Over 230 gigs of digital evidence, which includes audio recordings, video surveillance, and 20,000 pages of reports, are currently being processed for discovery. This new evidence was supplied to the authorities by an FF member named Jam. The feds believe Durk paid to get these two people dealt with. Number 1, Stefan Mack, who got Durk's brother, D-Thank. Number 2, F Jam's baby mom, who sadly passed after Durk found out he wore a wire around him. Feds think Jam is the key to A, putting Lil Durk in jail for all 3 crimes. It was during this Instagram live that Durk noticed Jam seemingly wearing a wire, holding the top of his jacket and whispering into it.
Check on your man, heard you got hit. I ain't gonna lie, man. Hey, when I was growing up, I don't have a day architect. Don't have a day.
After fans noticed Jam acting suspiciously on that Instagram live, the news was soon announced. Durk has been playing 3D chess the entire time. He knew Jam was going to cooperate. He brought it up during a public interview, making it clear that Jam knew he was aware.
See shit from a mile away.
I don't think people realize that.
I can have a conversation with you for 5 seconds and know your is gonna cooperate.
Durk later opened up even more, revealing that he no longer lets his friends know where he lives. He shares no information with anyone. You can feel the sadness in him, knowing that Jam had snitched.
Nobody is ever allowed to my house. It be our best friend never been in my house.
For real?
I promise.
Your best friend?
Promise. Like, it's people like that I just don't allow around my girl and my kids, cause it's like I'm just a different type. I'm not the. You can have family night at Durk house tonight. It's the you gotta watch.
Everybody at Durk's crib.
Yeah, we gotta. Everybody getting watched. We gotta watch everybody. Hey, you go too. They go too close to them kids. You know what to do. Like, that's how I play. Like, I don't play.
It's crucial to note that Jam is the same man Durk gifted $50,000 to during this Instagram live. But even more important are the people in the background of that live stream. Pay close attention to them.
What's his name, bro? Steady crying, huh? He steady crying. Feed him. Feed him.
Get the milk so big mom get the trigger, bro. See that?
Feed him.
My baby. That's really how y'all hold y'all babies, ain't it? I gotta hold my money like this. It's too much. Crazy though. I'm sitting up there doing all this. Sneak this and internet games and all this. I'm some money, do something. Like, we winning, bro. I can do it. Whatever it is I want to do, I can do it. Now what I want, do what I want. Y'all can't do that, bro. Goof,
bro, got out what?
You know
that how many you did all?
And the year I did it now?
Yeah, that's your latest bit. 12.
12.
That boy popped out 12 years.
Yeah.
So much money. We really just get in order to just figure out the lanes, man, boy.
The people in the background of that Instagram live were the same individuals involved in Lope AB's passing, meaning Durk had ties to them. They were also the same men seen jewelry shopping with King Von, making it clear they were all very close friends, united in seeking revenge for King Von.
Solitary stone.
We just looked at him. Good, man.
Let's go over there.
You got to be what up, bro?
Boss, you good? My boy. Let's go, man.
They got real in here, man, because he just stepped in. The money man stepped in. All right.